Hello, welcome back, friends. I am here with your August monthly readings. Now, the way that I do it is I'm going to go by element, and once I get the first layer of the story for the element, I then build off per each sign in the element. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today I'm using the Dream Enchantress Tarot, and let's get started with fire signs. Fire signs. Fire signs. Okay. So let's get a few cards out here for fire signs. Awesome. Fire signs, fire signs, fire signs, fire signs. I feel like there's a lot of activity with fire signs right now. I mean, naturally, it's always activity with fire sign, right? Let's see. Nice. Okay. Let's get one more card out here for the fire signs. Lots of change. Okay. All right. There we go. And there's the bottom of the deck. So what do we have out here for fire signs? What is the base layer to the story for you all for the month of August? Okay, wow. Knight of Wands in reverse paired with the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like some of you might be in a, if you all can see that, I feel like some of you all might be in a position of rethinking an action, rethinking the actions that, and not so much rethinking just the action, but wondering, okay, is this action part of a pattern? Does it serve me, right? So it's kind of like, it's not regret. I don't really see it as regret. I just see it as contemplation. But let's go a little bit further into the cards and see what comes up. All right, so if we're looking at patterns, then now we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups to me is just this sense of being kind of emotionally available or even empathetic on some level, where maybe you've matured in an emotional way and you're kind of seeing, and this is might even be you looking back on, rethinking past actions, past patterns, and whether or not they serve, or how they came to bring you this idea, this current sense of emotional maturity. Then we have now the Page of Wands, and it's almost like, okay, I just get this, there's this idea of, if it's not something that's dealing with a child or children, something like that, you might be rethinking how you parent. You might be rethinking how a youthful action might have, kind of like an immature action may have led to certain things, and you're looking to even start over with a new action or maybe even a new activity. There's also, this is pages I see as messengers, of course, but this is also a message of action that there's some intent to take action here. However, when we get to the end of it, it's almost like there's this Nine of Swords energy, and the Nine of Swords energy, at least in this card, is being tortured by your thoughts, tortured by, maybe tortured by, I say tortured, but like you're being kept in a kind of a stupor state about your mental state or something that was done to you, or even having nightmares about what you've done. And not only that, you're just like repeatedly thinking about the thing over and over and over again. So in the end here, it just looks like you're not doing yourself really the greatest service by not taking mature action here. It's almost as if you're like, oh, okay, that was the message, and then you go ahead and you do it again, and it leads to the same result. At the bottom of the deck here is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is, historically, the Page of Swords is about you know, someone watching, or like a spy, basically, or like someone is watching you, or something like that. But this is also a messenger, but it's also, you know, how have you, it's a question of how have your thoughts manifested this entire thing? Are you trying to repeat something that hasn't served you? Are you trying to repeat something that you're not really preparing yourself properly for? Like, as far as you're not actually taking accountability with your resources, and that affects your emotional sense of self. It messes with you. Like, you want to come across as this King of Cups, and it's hard to come across as this King of Cups when you continue to put the same actions toward, you know, there's no change in the pattern. So let's, let's go ahead and break this down. So we're in Leo season. Let's go ahead and break this down for Leos. And I'll go ahead and, where are my, okay. I'm going to use my Rider-Waite to expand on this message for Leo. Oops. All right. Leos, come through, please, with your energy, please. Okay, can we clarify this reading for Leo? The Fool in reverse. All right, that is the sign of Uranus, which Uranus is the the great fool, but it's in reverse, it's retrograde. So Leos, you might want to really rethink jumping off of this cliff. Yeah, okay. Let's see. 5 of Swords in reverse for this King of Cups. Death in reverse for the Page of Wands. And 4 of Swords for the 9 of Swords. More mental activity, more mental energy. And then look at that. At the bottom of the deck, the King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, someone is trying. Okay, Leos, let's talk honestly here. If it's not you, then this is another person in your life. So again, I completely forget to do this sometimes, but take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate at all, skip over it. This reading may not be for you, and there are other readers out there on YouTube, but let's go ahead and expand on this reading for Leos. So here we're rethinking actions, and it's confirmed by the Fool in reverse. Rethink your patterns before you kick off something new. And the Fool in reverse is saying this is not a good time to try and jump into something new. This is not it's not a good time to jump into something completely uninformed and unaware of the patterns, and you know, maybe even rejecting an offer. With the King of Cups upright here, it's confirmed with it's clarified by the 5 of Swords in reverse. This is, you know, still trying to stick on the known path, right? Still trying to come across as someone, and again, this could be you or someone else, but this could be someone trying to come across as someone who wants to join forces, someone who wants to, excuse me, someone who wants to right a wrong. or even undo something and apologize even. With this Page of Wands, this message of action, this is death in reverse. This is someone saying, oh, you know, I really want, I'm taking on accountability. I want to change. I want to change. I want to change. And then the result is, with this Nine of Swords, this, you know, a lot of mental activity around, it could be even ruminating, which is basically like constantly thinking about the same thing over and over again with no resolution and no result. And there's nothing that you can do about it. And so the Four of Swords here, to me, this is about rest. This is about just like, you know what? Let it go. Step back. Step back. Because the ruminating is not going to serve you. And I think at the end of the day, this King of Cups in reverse is just saying here, you know, you may want to right a wrong. You may want to, you know, take something back. You know, I can't figure out what it is exactly, but it's something about you may want to try and take something back. And this King of Cups in reverse is just like, you know, this is, it's not going to be something that's accepted, and no one's going to believe you. I don't know what that means. I'm not quite sure what that means, but again, take what resonates. So let's see some guidance for the Leos. Guidance for Leos here. I mean, the guidance here with the King of Cups in reverse, it's just, you know, it really is in the rest. Just put it to rest. Keep it moving, move on. Because what's been done has been done. You know, you've done what you can, right? Okay. So let's see. Let's get some guidance for Leos. Equanimity. Yeah, there may have been some lack of equanimity in a situation, or some sort of a dream even that you were trying to make happen. There's no equanimity there, but I think you need to understand what equanimity means. If that other person is not getting what they need, you shouldn't. You know, it's like, if you are not offering something that is, or someone's not offering to you something that is, you know, of equal exchange, right? What is the purpose of it? There has to be equanimity. There has to be balance. There has to be. All right. So that is for Leos. Let's move on to Sagittarius. And I'm going to use a different deck for Sagittarius. Which deck am I going to use? I think I'll use the Wild Unknown for Sagittarius. All right, let's get a message out here for Sagittarius. Let's see, what time are we at? Okay, we're good. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what this story holds for you all. Could be different. Let's see. All right. Can we get a message for Sagittarius? The Sun in reverse. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. There is no happiness here, Sagittarius. I'm sorry for well, if I apologize for the messages, that means I'm making Spirit seem like, you know, a joke. Like, not all messages are happy, but the Sun in reverse is like lack of clarity here. We've got this rescinding of an offer and a looking at patterns, but there's something, I think, Sagittarius, that still is just not clear to you. But I think instead of focusing on, oh, it should be clear and logical and full of understanding, it should be, if it's not clear in your own understanding and in your emotion, something's off and something's wrong. If you're looking for evidence, and this is what I think you're doing, is looking for evidence, it should be based on how you feel, not so much on what you see or can't know or not know. There's no facts here. This is all about how you feel. And if you feel something is off, you need to listen to your intuition. Something is off. All right. So let's look at this King of Cups, Sagittarius. King of Cups for Sagittarius. King of Cups for Sagittarius. This could be, this could also be about an older man, Sagittarius, an older male, older figure that you might be dealing with. Someone who, and again, because of the base reading, this is someone who comes across as wanting to offer some sort of cup of love and understanding and, you know, all this other stuff. But if you keep looking, there's something here. It's like there's something here where this is something that is going to have long-lasting mental effects. So let's see what came out for the King of Cups. We've got, again, the Fool in reverse. Wow. And the Hanged Man. So let's, you know what, I'm just going to keep going for this because this is, oh wow. It's going to take some looking at. And let's see, for the Nine of Swords, we've got the Six of Cups. Great. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Hierophant in reverse. Wow. Sagittarius. I don't even know what's going on here, but this is very, wow. Okay, let's take a look at it. So you have to go off of your feelings instead of off of logic or facts or things like that. You really have to like tap into your intuition here. And that's also what I'm seeing with the evidence of these swords. And there's a whole bunch of major arcana that came out for you all too. You've got the Hierophant, the Sun, the Fool, all in reverse, and the Hanged Man upright. So this King of Cups here that you may be dealing with, or someone in your circle, someone older, someone who comes across as charming and emotionally available and things like that. There's something here that is not being, there's something here that you should not jump off into, right? Because again, I just really feel you need to start listening to your intuition, Sagittarius. The Hanged Man here is basically this is basically you knowing that something is off, but not acknowledging it to yourself in the daytime. You're not acknowledging that something is off about this person. You're not acknowledging that. But you are also not taking any steps forward. There's something off here. You need to listen to your intuition, Sagittarius. This Page of Wands is clarified with the Six of Swords. So, Sagittarius, someone is wanting to take action toward you, wanting to move action toward you. But again, I must caution you, Sagittarius. This is a page. This is only like, this is a very youthful, very young energy. But doesn't necessarily mean like, why, if this person here that I'm looking at, that is a King of Cups, is sending out this Page of Wands energy, and they're a king and they can offer so much more, that means they're lowballing you. And so, but what they're saying is they're promising, and it could be you or them, again, Sagittarius. I just get a sense that it's possibly external. What they're saying is, oh, they're giving you rainbows, and they're saying, oh, look at all the swords that I'm dealing with, and you're the rainbow. I want to head toward you, but it's very young action. It's very young energy. It's very immature energy. And so with this Nine of Swords, Sagittarius, I think that again, this is just an energy that's coming toward you. That is, it's only gonna, while it's coming to you with, again, a lot of mental unrest, a lot of things unresolved, and then the Six of Cups means that this is like a past energy being, it's honestly, I see this as like, what's the word? Sagittarius, I see this as something like digging up the past. This is someone who is going to continue to try and live out a pattern that is in their in their roots. It's someone is wanting to set up roots with you, or someone is bringing you their generational wounding, and it's now your nightmare. It's actually your karma. That's what I'm seeing here. This person is now sending their karma toward you for you to deal with. And so I really think, and I look at the bottom of the deck here, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing the Hierophant in reverse, and this is a sign usually of like spiritual leadership. And what is your spirit telling you? What is your higher self telling you? And I'm looking at this and I'm just like, Sagittarius, your higher self is like saying that this is not a good situation. Now, this is also the energy of Taurus, the sign of Taurus, but there's also here this, typically when we're looking at the Hierophant, we're talking about divorce or a separation of a relationship. So just be careful whose past and whose karma you take on. I just think really listen to your intuition, because someone could be bringing you more than what you're ready to deal with. That's all. All right, Sagittarius is done. Actually, no, I need to give you all guidance. I thought that was good guidance, but okay. Let's see. Let's get some guidance for Sagittarius. Guidance for Sagittarius. All right, Spirit. Ooh. Yep, mystery. Okay. Yeah. Ceremony. Okay. Yep. It could be at some sort of a ceremony. Air Force. Huh. Maybe this person is in the military? Or maybe someone is trying to force their messaging on you. This is interesting. Anything could come forward, because this mystery card also came out over this Fool in reverse and the Hangman, and this is I think this is Pluto. I think Hangman is Pluto or Neptune, I can't remember, but I definitely know the Fool is the sign of Uranus. And yeah, this could be something coming out, Sagittarius. I don't know, take it as it resonates or not. Okay, so final sign, let's move on to Aries. Aries. And let's see, what deck are we going to use for Aries? What deck should I use for Aries? Let's use this deck. The Honest Truth Tarot. Okay. Honest Truth Tarot. And we're doing Aries. I don't know. It's so interesting. Like, Aries was the beginning of the year. I feel like Aries, you all might have been going through some things. I mean, haven't we all? But I feel like Aries has been like up and down. So let's see. Let's take a look. Can we get some messages for Aries? Strength in reverse. You might be dealing with a Leo, or it's something that you're losing power on, Aries. Let's see. Let's clarify this. Look, we've got the Page of Wands here for the King of Cups. Look at that. And that is the personification of all fire signs. So, yeah. Let's clarify this Page of Wands. Clarify the Page of Wands, please. Seven of Cups in reverse. Interesting. And we've got the Nine of Swords, please, Spirit. Can you clarify? Ooh, that popped out. The Emperor. Ooh, Aries. You all are like done with something, or oof. And you've got the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right. So if you're not dealing with the Leo, Aries, you are looking at your pattern. I feel like you're looking at your pattern of giving your strength away, giving your power away even. And it has something to do, if it doesn't have something to do with the Leo, or maybe it is dealing with the Leo, but either way, you're giving your strength away for some reason, and you're looking at your pattern of how you do that. Interesting. Okay, now we've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is clarified by the Page of Wands. This, to me, so interesting that it's clarified by that, and it's followed by that up here. So it's kind of like a redirection of energy. I feel like there is some sort of, it's like you're uncovering something, and I wonder if it's about you. I think it is about you, Aries. I think you're uncovering how you are capable and able to fill your own cup. It's like this, it's almost like a realization here. This is so interesting. Aries, I just get this big sense that you are looking at your pattern of giving your power away, and you are reversing that and taking it back. You are taking back your power, Aries. I strongly get that sense. Now the Seven of Cups in reverse, it's almost as if you were trying to wait for someone to be this King of Cups, and instead of waiting for them to be the King of Cups, you said, I can be the King of Cups. And so whatever you're waiting on from this person, all these wishes and everything that you're waiting to hear, and I'm just looking at the top layer again to see the story for Aries, but every time this person came at you with a wish, it always ended up in a nightmare. And so now you're like, no, I'm taking back this energy. And so it's being retooled into this, you know what? I'm taking away the power of projection onto another person. I'm taking that power back. I'm going to be that for myself and do that for myself. The Seven of Cups in reverse is basically no more wishful thinkings. There's only one option here. There's only one choice here. And you are changing the path. You are changing the story. Now this Nine of Swords, this nightmare energy, no more nightmare for you. I almost clearly see when the Page of Wands came up here with the King of Cups, it's almost as if the story rerouted and these kind of separated, and you were like, I'm taking my power back, Aries. And so now, instead of a nightmare, you are standing in your own powerful energy. You are giving structure to your life again. You are really taking your power back and really restructuring your life in such a way that you understand. And now it's almost like you can now see, gosh, I never needed this from someone else. I always needed it for myself. Wow. And then, of course, the beauty of this all is at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. This is basically, again, it's you taking your power back, but it's also you offering yourself and rediscovering even this divine cup of love for yourself. Look at that. Ace of Cups, love yourself. And look at that, power of all water signs. You are becoming not only your own, once you discover this inner well, Aries, of this King of Cups for you, this well of empathy and ability to hold space for yourself and taking your power back from someone else having to provide that for you, you become the Emperor. You bring in that Emperor energy, and it's so amazing. So let's get some guidance here for Aries. That's so interesting, Aries, and I wish you all luck. For whoever resonates with this, I wish you all so much beauty and joy and all good things. Okay, let's see. What's the guidance for Aries? What's the guidance for Aries? Look, don't even think you need the guidance. But what's the guidance for Aries Spirit? Any guidance? Yeah, I don't think you all need the guidance except to love yourself. But look at that. At the bottom of the deck is Sacred Connection. And there's a big elephant and a little elephant. And I just think that there's, if you have kids, or if you have, even if it's like your own inner child, you're acknowledging your own inner child and you're acknowledging the sacred connection and how, you know, you're not just caring for, if it's not a child externally of yours, it's this energy of reconnecting with the self, your inner self, your child self, and really understanding how to parent that inner self properly, how to be your own emperor and give that inner sacred connection better supportive structure and more love. All right. Thank you so much, fire signs, and I look forward to seeing you next month.